Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an interesting one-off video. Daniel is trying to complete his 51 game speedrun, and in order to do so, he has to win a game of Riichi Mahjong. Both Kate and I have managed to stream snipe him. I don't have his stream up anymore. I paused it, otherwise you'd be hearing it in the back end. If he wins this game, he has the opportunity to set the new world record. I have not showered. I woke up like an hour ago to prepare for this moment. So I'm not going to explain the rules of Mahjong to you too much. Here's what I want you to look at. First off, you see those points in the center of the table? Everybody's got 25,000. Right now, Dan is sitting in the north seat. Kate is sitting in the west seat. What we're looking for is completing the hand, which is this tenpai thing that you see in the bottom right. When we get to tenpai, we are one tile away from winning. We will suck everybody's points. Now, I don't want Dan to... I'm not out here trying to just stop Dan from winning, okay? Let's put it that way. I'm out here trying to win for myself, and if Dan happens to sneak through, that's cool. If Reese happens to sneak through, that's cool. But we're just going to play a game of Mahjong against Daniel here and see how it goes. If we wanted to stop him, we would just discard whatever he discards and he would have like no chance to win. But that's highly resinous. So for the time being, we're just playing our own game right now. And if he wins, I do need to reiterate here, by the way, Daniel does not know the rules of Mahjong at all. Kate is high-level Grandmaster, Gary Kasparov level Mahjong player. I am not that good, but I at least know kind of what I'm doing. Okay, hold on, I gotta think about this for a second. I probably dumped that one. So what are we looking for right now? There's 3 suits, okay? There's red, bamboo, and tires. Right now, we would love to see a red 3 would be huge. We would also love to see a bamboo 7 or a bamboo 4. Any of those would be highly decent. I mean, honestly, we can hold on to that for a second. I don't know if it's recommendable, but that's okay. We're playing an East game. An East game goes until somebody hits 0 points or until the dealer loses the East 4 hand. Ooh, you know what? It's tempting. Don't worry about the rules. Just wait and see the points getting sucked. We'll probably hold that, would be my expectation. So what are we looking for now? A 3 or a 7 of tires would be nice.
Riichi.
Oh, Kate's in Riichi. That means 1 tile could win her the game. Well, win her the round, I should say. So we have a choice now. We could either try to complete our own hand and get some points, or alternatively, we could try to discard safe stuff so she doesn't suck points away from us. To that I reply, I am no coward. I choose not to cheat that. I will discard this and we are safe. What you're now listening for when you want to drop your pogs in the chat is when you hear roan. Roan means whoever just played a tile is about to get sucked. We maybe could have taken a lark on that one, but okay, we got no use for the blank tile, aka the white dragon anymore. A 6 of tires would be incredible. A 6 of tires would be amazing.
Chi.
Oh, Daniel is cheed. I am looking at his chat right now. I just see a bunch of people screaming, no, 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 no. Do we want to pawn that? No, we do not. Pawn means you steal somebody's tile to make 3 of a kind for yourself. Look, the rules of Mahjong are such that it is hard to explain it, you know, in one go. Alright, I'm just going to discard the 7. It felt safe-ish. Yeah, okay, it's safe. By the way, I would love to win, but nobody is rooting for a Daniel win like me. This is why I'm recording it, is to keep myself honest. If somehow I deal into Dan's hand and he wins, I think he deserves to have that moment immortalized. Okay, so Reese got roaned. Kate has a hand consisting of many runs. Let's see how many points this ends up being. It's a Riichi for 1, all runs, twin runs, and Dora for a 1.5 manga on 13,000 point hand. That's a pretty good hand. That's a pretty good hand. I'm gonna type that in chat. That's a pretty good hand. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We're 5 from Tenpai, which is truly terrible. Personally, I would say that this south and north tile are probably the first ones that we're going to want to get rid of here. So Kate's got a commanding lead. We're on East 2. I am the dealer. If I win as the dealer, by the way, is the person whose seat matches up with the letter in the center of the board, in case you're curious. If I win as the dealer, it stays with me as the dealer. If I win as the dealer 4 times, the game ends. I think. Something along those lines. So what are we looking for here? Let's see. Probably, it would be nice to either get 3 blanks, which are actually white dragons, or to get 3 reds, which is this right here. For now, I would say this 9 doesn't offer us too much in the whole scheme of things. We're 3 from Tenpai. That's a long way to go. That's a long way to go. I'm not stream style, just I like looking at his chat to see the flood of like, what are you doing? So right now, what are we looking for? I don't know. Basically, if you want to, the very, very, very basics of Mahjong. You have 14 tiles. Right now, we only have 13, but we get a draw every time. In order to complete a hand and win, you need to get what's called a yaku. There's many yakus, some of which are quite complicated. The most basic forms are you get 4 sets of 3, which could either be 3 of the same tile, i.e., you know, 5 of tires, 5 of tires, 5 of tires. Yo, Dan just got a yaku. So he sits in the west seat and he has 3 west tiles. That means if he completes his hand in a valid orientation, he will actually be able to get a win here. That doesn't necessarily mean he's close to it, but, you know, it's interesting nonetheless. For now, we're going to dump this. The most basics are like you get 4 trios, which is either 3 of the same tile or a consecutive run in the same suit. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, etc., etc. And then any pair. So that's probably, that's the most common thing you'd be looking for here. But for now, we don't have to sweat it too much. It's a game of luck and it's a game of skill. I don't know if it's in equal parts. There is a lot of luck involved. And to be honest, my hands have not been fantastic so far. You might be like, NL, why are there 47 egg sushis left? Those are the tiles. There are 47 tiles remaining. If you get down to 0, if your hand is 1 away, you get points. If your hand is not 1 away, you get no points. Let me give you some low-level analysis here. Okay, so by dropping that 9, somebody could possibly call chi or pwn on that. Nobody has. We have now completed a set, 3, 4, 5, but very dangerously, we would have to discard a dragon, and the fact that nobody else has discarded a white or red dragon has me thinking somebody's holding on to some red dragon stuff. Personally, I think we don't pwn that. There's value there. Okay, so Kate is back in Riichi. Riichi means that she no longer has any influence on the game. We still do not pwn that, but now that has to be our pair, which is kind of dangerous. So I could be dealing into Kate's hand with this. Is very spicy.
Pawn.
Okay, I can live with that. I had a feeling that was probably coming. I'm not worried about Reese getting points. 3 of the same dragon, by the way, is points. I think we have to start dumping our 1s here so we can actually get a valid yaku, even though the 1s were already in pair. If we hold 1s, we cannot get a yaku called all simples, which is probably like our last chance here. We're not looking too good. Let's put it that way. No, we don't chi that. That's pretty good though. So I'll tell you straight up. Well, what are we looking for? A 6 of bamboo, a 9 of bamboo, a 2 of bamboo, and maybe, I can't really tell, but a 2 or a 6 of tires might work for us. They're actually called pins, but whatever. Right now, Kate's in Riichi, so she can't interact. She's just waiting to see her tile. If anybody discards her tile, she will take it and suck their points. If, I know what I said. If she draws it, she takes more points away from me because I'm the dealer, even though I had nothing to do with it. We have to discard this. Well, we don't have to, but we would be strongly encouraged to do so. Alright. Dan discarded the red dragon. Green dragon. East tile. Two east tiles have been discarded. I would describe that as relatively safe. Honestly, based on hand size, Kate is obviously one away. This is spooky. Kate's obviously one away. Dan is probably one away based on the fact that he's got so few tiles in hand right now. Don't worry about the open and closed hand stuff, by the way. Basically, if you call Chi and Pon, you can steal other people's tiles.
Pawn.
We should be able to discard our 8. And now we're in Tenpai too. If we see either a 2 of bamboo, a 2 of pin, or a 5 of pin, we can roll them and win the game. And very few of those appear to have been discarded, so there's a chance, ladies and gentlemen. I'm no longer just watching everybody else play. So you're saying there's a chance. Don't ruin me. Oh, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. A natural sumo for all simples, I believe. And maybe a red 5. Oh, baby, that's 4,000 points. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Oh, okay. So this time, we're still the dealer. We're looking for... I mean, we got a pretty good hand here, to be honest. We're looking for a white dragon tile would be sick. If we see a white dragon get discarded, we are going to pawn for sure. We'd also love to see... Oh, no, we don't cheat that. We don't open our hand for garbage. Honestly, on this, we're one away from Tenpai already. So we have 2 in bamboo. We have 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4. A 1 or a 6 is pretty good. I don't know. Sometimes I just let the game do it for me, to be honest. I'm still working it through. 7, 8 is not bad, but we don't really... You know what? I think we would do that, because our 5 of pins is not really doing that much for us. I think we have more, what's called more weights now. It's a lot like poker, you know? So your goal is to... you know, you're trying to maximize the probability of you being able to see the tiles you need in order to win. I highly recommend playing some Riichi Mahjong, by the way. Honestly, we discard the 7 in this situation because it gets us closer to another Yaku, I think, but don't sweat that too much. Riichi Mahjong is a game that takes a long time to learn. The very basics of the game are fairly complicated compared to a lot of games, but it's also very fun and very rewarding. I would recommend it to anybody that is looking for something to play. And on the cellular telephone, it's a bit anime inspired, but the game Mahjong Soul, which is free, is very, very good for a mobile game. I would recommend it, although there's a lot of stuff on the screen, like just tile-wise, which means really if you could play it on your iPad or something, you would probably be happier. But on the phone is also just fine. So let's check in on the game here. We are fishing for, in particular, a white dragon tile, which is that blank tile on the far right. There's other stuff. A 1 of bamboo would be good. A 6 of bamboo would be good. We can discard an east tile, because Kate discarded an east tile last time. Kate has 3 south tiles that she has pawned already, which means that she...
Pawn.
Okay. She has a valid Yaku, which means, you know, that's 1,000 points if she's able to complete her hand before anybody else. We don't cheat that, and it's a complicated reason, but... Basically, the only reason is good to chi that for us right now, I think, would be if we were confident that that white dragon tile was going to get dropped. Now Daniel, he's got a very interesting game going on here. He's pawned twice, so he could be going for a hand called all triples, which is, I mean, as easy as it sounds. It's 4 triplets that are, you know, 3 of the same tile, 3, 3, 3, 8, 8, 8, and 2 more, and then 1 pair of anything. He also only has those red tiles. If he has a hand consisting of only red tiles, he gets a lot of points. That's a flush. If he gets a hand consisting of only red tiles and then like east, south, north, west, or any of the dragon tiles, then he gets less points, but still good points. Something you gotta watch out for. Luckily for me, I'm not gonna be discarding too many red tiles because my red tile situation is already under control. I got nothing to worry about. Kate's also got 3 green dragons now. We're still 1 from Tempai, huh? Honestly, this might not be the right decision, but I think it's easier for me to get triplets than it is for me to get runs. So I think that maybe makes sense. But Kate having 3 of those green tiles, are you kidding me, man? Means that she has another Yaku. So right now we know...
Con.
Oh, she conned, which means we get a bonus tile. It's hard to explain to you. There's a lot of mechanics. Con is 4 of a tile that allows her to then draw again. But let's not worry about the specifics. Basically, we can see that if Kate completes her hands, she has at least 2,000 points coming in, which is pretty strong because she probably has even more going here. So you've discarded a 5. Honestly, I think I'm going to pawn it, and then this should put me in Tempai if I get rid of the 4. Or the 3, there we go. Resin. Okay, so we're looking for... we're looking for white dragon. I know it says we're looking for 8, but I'm pretty sure if an 8 gets discarded, the 8 of bamboo, I'm pretty sure that we won't get any points. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's called Furiten. Which means we've completed a hand, but the hand is invalid. So we're getting really close to the end of the tiles here. We'll know we're in Furiten if somebody discards that. Oh, they sumoed, which means they just drew what they needed. Alright. So they're gonna suck some points from me based on how good their hand is. It seems pretty, like, basic. Riichi, close, sumo, all runs, Dora. It's a strong hand. So they suck points from everybody, but a few more from me. It's not that bad. Still cruising in second place. Now, Dealer has moved to Kate. That sucked because we had a good hand, but we're kind of... I mean, it's luck, you know? I mean, there's skill involved, but there's luck involved as well. So this north tile is really good for us. It's what's known as a Dora, which is like a bonus tile. So that's exciting. It's worth extra points, and we're sitting in the north seat. So if we get 3 norths, we're sitting pretty. I would say that this 1 of red, especially because it was just discarded, doesn't do much for us. We'll probably be looking to dump the 8 as well, unless we can get something that goes well with it, like a 6 or a 7 or a 9 or another 8. We also want to dump our green dragon, but the dragon tiles are a little bit easier. Maybe easier is not the right word, but they're valuable because 3 of them by itself is worth points. So this game is pretty standard so far. It's not... Mahjong's not a game where you can expect to win every round. Kate's doing very well, having gotten 1 super hand. Daniel has basically played... And it's not his fault or anything. I think we can afford to dump that green now. Daniel has played a pretty inert game, which happens all the time, you know? Other people are doing big stuff, you just don't get what you need. But you also don't deal into other people's hands so they can... pull a lot of points from you. That's a valuable aspect of the game. A lot of defensive play. So Daniel has discarded a north. It makes me harder. It makes me hard. Excuse me. It makes it harder for me to get 3 north, which is points. But if I could still pair my norths, I could. That could be part of a valid hand. A lot of east has been discarded already. That would be a valid hand, or could be part of a valid hand. Plus the norths are worth 1,000 each if we complete our hand right now. As is this, by the way. This 5 is worth 1,000. So what tiles do we not care about? This red 4 is useless. The 7 is not very good. The 7 of pins. Hold on. No, it's close. We're fairly close to like all simples. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna hold out for a little bit of the North Dream, but that might have been a slight mistake. It's nice to keep your hand closed, which means you haven't called Chi or Pon. Because that opens up the ability to go into Riichi, which several players have done, which is worth... Basically, if you can keep your hand closed, any valid hand gives you points. Otherwise, you gotta, you know, seek out something maybe a little bit more difficult or more specific. So, for now, I would say pretty standard game so far. No idea how far to know, or how to know how far anybody else is. 2 from Tenpai with 40 tiles left is not that bad, but I would say it's fairly unlikely that we will complete our hand before anybody else. But a couple of good draws, you never know. This might be a good time to accelerate things for us, or maybe call some cheese and some pawns. Anytime there's like a long wait for a call, which is what's happening here, I'm like, is Dan waiting for chat for sure? Which is fine, you know, if you've never played the game, it makes sense. So Dan's going, he's got 7 red tiles open already. It's a little spooky. I might hesitate. I still don't think we call. I might hesitate to discard any of those red tiles. And also now I'm like, dude, 2 norths have been discarded. So I think that probably what I would look to do now, if you're following along at home, and backseating, which is actually completely advisable. I'm telling you, we gotta stop discarding reds for this guy. He's getting flushed up. I'm gonna discard my north tile. I'm gonna try to discard my 1 tile, and then go for a hand called All Simples. That is essentially just sets and pairs that don't contain 1s or 9s. It's not worth very much. It's very easy to complete. This doesn't really help us, but we know we need to discard this. It makes our weight a little bit better, I think. So another 2 will put us into Tenpai. 2 of bamboo, for example. The 5 doesn't, but we know we're probably gonna want to discard this anyway. Hopefully that's not dangerous. Oh, let's go. Okay, so we got a lot of potential weights here. 2 of bamboo, 2 of pin, 3 of pin, 4 of pin, 7 of pin, and maybe others. But basically, we're 1 from Tenpai, but it's like a good position to be in. But we probably are still low percentage chance to get the win. But if we could avoid giving anybody points from us, that may help our overall standing. We do not cheat that. Okay, so the 5 was like one of the very few we actually couldn't make work right now. It's also very scary to discard. So I'm actually going to discard a little lower, hoping to dodge the more dangerous attacks. Okay. Kate has cheated that, which, you know, she's opening her hand now late in the game, which means she probably pivoted off of something high value she was going for, and now she's just trying to complete her hand in general. 2 red dragons have already been dropped. I feel comfortable dropping that. Pon. I think we pon this for sure, and then we discard. Oh no, we're still 1 from Tenpai. I'm dumb. Dump the 7. Don't do it. Don't. Okay. We screwed our hand up a little bit. It happens. It happens. So we'd be looking for 2 bamboo. We'd be looking for 2 pin. We'd be looking for 4 pin. 7 pin doesn't do it for us. 7 is kind of our discard target right now. That doesn't do it for us. We've discarded 2 of those already, so I felt like that was safe, even though Daniel has obviously a lot of red tiles. Now the game kind of becomes like, hey, if you could just get into Tenpai, you can win some points. Oh, this is a little spicy. This is a little spicy. Whatever, I'm a ball player. Let's do it. You want to suck my points? Shoot, coward, you're only gonna... I was gonna say, you know what I was gonna say, but let's say the real quote. You're only gonna kill a man. 2. We're not gonna... Well, you know what? Whatever, just dump it. It's so dangerous because I think Kate's going for some pins here. I knew it! I knew it! What she got there? It's probably a pretty weak hand. Yeah, that's 1,500 points. That's no big deal. I'm gonna type it in chat. I'm gonna type NBD. How about that? Alright, we're 3 from Tenpai. Our south tile holds no value. So Kate got a lot of points. Well, not a lot of points. She got some points because she had what's called a tricolor run. It's very confusing. However, it's 7, 8, 9 in each of the 3 suits. The red, the bamboo, and the pins. Don't sweat it too much. My advice to you is just pog up when you see when I tell you to pog, you can pog. So we're still on East 3. You never know how long a Mahjong game's gonna go, you know? East is usually maybe like half an hour. We almost have a Yaku already, by the way. 7... Well, like... 2 of the same run in the same suit is a valid hand. Or is a way to get points, let's say. We don't want to pawn that. But we want another 7 of pin, which is the Chryslers here, the tires. We just got it, which is amazing. I would probably dump this because we... I understand. I still think that was... No, that didn't make any sense. That was actually a really bad move. But we're 2 from Tenpai, which is still pretty good. So we'd be looking for... Like this 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9 in the same suit as a Yaku. So we would be looking for... things to complete our hand, and honestly that does get us a little closer. I would say we'll dump this. What are we fishing for? A 5 or a 7 of bamboo is really good, and then we have to just pair up whatever one remains. So we could, the problem with this is that it's not really a big point getting hand, but it is what it is, you know? Just sometimes in this game you want to fight for second place when you get the chance, you know? So you dumped an east tile. I would probably also dump an east tile. If we could be in Tenpai and change our weight to the east tile, that would be a good time to probably wait on the east tile for a pair. Normally it's hard to get a pair, you have to draw it naturally. But if it's the last, and I know I'm overloading you here, but I'm giving you something, I'm keeping your mind occupied while you watch the tunk, 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 which is what everybody's really here for. Basically, if you have 1 and you're waiting for a pair to complete your hand, you can take anybody else's tile when they put it down and complete it. So your final pair is always a little easier to make. So we're hoping for a little luck here. A 5 or a 7 of bamboo would be worth a lot. It has to come from the West player right now. Don't worry about the specifics too much. We can hold this. It does make it easier to complete our hands. It's not what we were looking for, but it improves our weight. You know, it's like being 1 away from a straight in poker. And now I think we would dump it to try to make our run even easier here, because now we need a 3, a 5, or a 7 of bamboo. But in poker, you know, you could be 1 away from a straight in multiple ways. You could have 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you need a 1 or a 6. I mean, in this case, I mean ace, but... Okay, hold on. What would we fish for? Because we're in Tenpai now. Probably we would rather fish for the 7, because it's less risky of a drop for other people. We're not in Riichi, so we can change our hand. If we wanted to. Not that anybody cares to know necessarily. This is mostly a video just to see what happens if we're able to pog off and defeat Daniel. Or at least, like, you know, be in the game. But stay in the game, I should say. It's for bragging rights. But you know, like in poker, you could have ace 2 3 4 and be looking for a 5, which is not great. Or you could have like 2 3 4 5 and be looking for an ace or a 6, which is twice as good as long as you don't count the card. Oh, that means they just drew it. It looks like not a great hand either, which means that basically they're playing kind of a defensive game that is not likely to change things. I'm gonna type, you sumo that when you're down by 15,000. Dang debate. And then dang bruh. How about that? Alright. So this is a good hand. Again, we're waiting for white dragons here. This is interesting. I actually don't know what to discard. We're gonna start by discarding this 1 and 2. We're not gonna get to all simples because we have dragon tiles, but it's okay. So what are we looking for? A 4 of red. That was, I think, pretty solid as well. Actually, the 7s are super valuable for us because they have bonus points right now. They're sepia toned. So if we could keep... We actually have a chance to get a hand that could put us close to first. We would need somebody to discard the white dragons, which is fairly common for the record. Probably discard that. And we're only 1 from Tenpai. A 1 of red, a 4 of red. A 5, yeah, a 5 of red would be really, we're looking for a lot of red tiles. All right, because you just discarded green dragon, I'll discard green dragon as well. Oh, everybody's discarding the green dragon. Okay, so we gotta pawn that. That's a gimme. And then since we're in Tenpai, oh, we have to discard a Dora tile. That's fine. That's fine. To put us out of our misery here, a 1 or a 4. It's kind of a bad play, but you know, we're doing some game theory right now and basically like playing for second, unfortunately. But I mean, husband and wife in first and second, can't ask for more than that. So we're looking for a 1 or a 4. I'll be honest, the 1s are very unlikely. Hold on. I thought we might have another wait there. The 1s are very unlikely because if you look at Kate's discard pile, she's discarded 2 of them already. So there's only 2 of them available, either in the deck or in other people's hands or like in the wall or something like that. The wall is what determines the bonus tiles, you know. It makes it so the probability is like hidden is a good way to describe it. So a 4 is much more likely. A red 4 would be nice. That's the wrong 4. That's a bamboo 4. The 4 of Yakitori. No thank you. I'm not interested. Come on. Red 4. Calligraphy 4. The 4 of ornate candles. Alright. Well, I'm not sweating it. By the way, we could change what's going on. Like, maybe we draw something that makes us have 2 things or 3 things we could wait for instead of 2. You know, Mahjong is a game where you wanna play the odds whenever possible. I'm trying to think of what we would even have right now. Oh, Daniel.
Bronze.
I'm sorry, Daniel. But it would have been resin not to do it. It's not a great hand. It's 2,000. But it does secure us second place, so I'm going to take it. I'm sorry. That's great, though. Alright, well, that was fun. That's just a weird little one-off video. No BM meant for Daniel there. I'll take it either way. I hope he had fun with this, and I'll leave him to his Mahjong gameplay. That was fun. If you want to see more Mahjong, well, you can watch twitch.tv/Dan Giesling. He'll be playing it. Probably, you know, maybe he's done by now, but you can watch those VODs. And then also, Kate plays it all the time on her channel, twitch.tv/LovelyMomo. I may be persuaded to play a little more, but it's not exactly YouTube-friendly content. But hey, check out Mahjong Soul on mobile or in Clubhouse. It's a lot of fun. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Appreciate it.